you guys remember Michael Strahan? Well, guys everywhere now.
Of course.
I think
he's the new Regis. Yes.
Yeah. He's been through a terrible divorce years ago. If you guys remember that, I believe he definitely gave half, probably even more than that. Unfortunate for him, but he wants to get married again. He wants to find somebody, but there's one stipulation: they can't be a gold digger. Good luck with that, Michael. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm imagining like the gold digger sitting somewhere. Damn it! Guess that cancels me out.
Wow. God damn it.
How does he,
how does he expect that? The only way it would work is if it's another celebrity that makes as much as he does. So he would have to marry Michelle Obama. Like it'd have to be on that level.
Well, it's saying he's the anti-Kanye.
Right, exactly.
I hate that record. Turn it off.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Right. Unbelievable. But then you also had this yesterday. So there was a strong, unbelievable march yesterday, a symbolic march yesterday. For those in the struggle, those fighting for pussy freedom, those fighting to keep their integrity, to shed light on an important cause.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that being the Slutwalk of 2015.
That's right.
Where's that applause where you got it?
Yeah.
The struggle is real, everybody. The struggle is real, Bino.
Shout out to all the civil rights leaders who are going to be in our nightmares this evening for messing around with this song.
Oh, we can't even watch that documentary anymore.
Yo, I used to get mad as a kid. What? All right, boys, sit down. It's time to watch Eyes on the Prize. No, Daddy, I hate you.
So yesterday, the Slutwalk of 2015 was held yesterday. Featuring, led by, I guess, Miss Amber Rose. For those who don't know, she is the former girlfriend of Kanye West and the baby mama of Wiz Khalifa, and other things. Former stripper, so on and so forth. Whatever, fine, whatever. I guess the main purpose of the parade or the march was to shed light on a huge issue that's going on, and that's essentially the stereotyping of women who decide to dress suggestively or partake in some promiscuous actions.
I like how you sound like a masterpiece theater narrator all of a sudden.
I'm trying to...
It's a promiscuous action.
I want people to take it seriously.
Where's your English accent to go with this?
It's a very, serious cause that obviously she's taking...
Let me interject for a second. A situation happened in Canada some years ago.
Toronto.
Toronto, where a young lady was raped.
Right.
And the cops made the notion, said out loud that if she were dressing a certain way, this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Now,
basically saying she asked for it.
Basically. Before we go any further here with our spiel, the three of us agree. I can speak for the three of us when I say we don't suggest that under any circumstances, regardless of what you're wearing, you could be butt ass naked in front of me. If you don't invite me to tap that, I'm not touching you.
Correct.
And nor should any man.
Right.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Period.
Right.
Correct.
I have a quick story, and my people from Virginia State will fill me on this.
Okay.
I knew a guy, nice guy. He's from New York as well. We went to school down south. He used to be a Chinese delivery guy.
Okay.
So, while he went to school with us, everyone knew him for, delivering Chinese food.
Right.
Nice guy. I'll keep his name private, of course. But anyway, he had this bad habit of raping prostitutes.
Wow.
And he was very casual about it. Like, we could be here chilling, and he'd come in the room, hey, B, you trying to go rape these prostitutes? Like,
what?
As if, like, he's inviting you to play ball or something of this nature.
Like nothing's happening.
Correct.
Wow.
So while he was up here in New York, him and his brother would get down and they would do this type of thing.
Wow.
So, anyway, long story short, he did it enough.
Right.
He even raped them, even robbed them rather, to the point where finally he got caught. The part about it was he went back to school down south, and they caught him in class. Like the sheriff and stuff from up here drove down and caught him in class. So he's literally raising his hand in class, and they put the cuff right on his hand and pulled his raping ass. Yo, I'm getting people typing me his name right now as we speak. We know who you're talking about.
Wow.
So I bring a story up to say, under no circumstance do we advocate doing that to a female.
Not at all.
Now, on the other hand of that, what Amber Rose is has nothing to do with that.
Right.
And that's the problem with them all.
Yeah, so here's the problem with that we have. Well, I'll speak for myself, and I would imagine you would concur, but here's the problem I have. They're trying to tag a lifestyle that they live, or she lives, with other women, Black China, herself, all those women that love in hip-hop, basically, all right? And they're essentially saying that, well, you know, because we want to do what we want to do, there's no reason why we should be judged for it. Okay, fair enough. Here's the thing. They're also trying to connect it with rape, which it's to me, it's so ridiculous because, look, we're calling you out because, and I don't want to use the word slut, but you live a certain life where you chase, you're like a gold digger, okay? You look for rappers or some type of celebrity.
Yep.
You've been connected with Kanye. You've been connected with Fabulous. You've been connected with Wiz Khalifa. You've been connected with Machine Gun Kelly. You've been connected with ODB. When I say ODB,
really?
I'm sorry, Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah,
correct myself there. And so when you are only chasing after a certain type of guy, then what do you think we're going to label you as? See, here's the thing, and we mentioned it a couple shows ago, where you wanted to walk the red carpet with the whole this, that, and a third, and I'm not a slut, and so on and so forth. But then you wanted to twerk on your way to the red carpet. How are we supposed to take you seriously? How? I don't understand it. And then you're marching with a rant saying, I do what I want with my pussy. Really?
You got to figure, in only 20 years, this world has changed so much, it's ridiculous. How we go from Queen Latifah, who you calling a bitch,
Right.
to now,
to
yes,
now,
it's a
call
normality.
me a slut, and I'm proud of it.
It's a normality.
It's
now.
okay to being a slut. You're slut shaming me.
Right.
Where have we come as a people?
And here's the thing.
Queen Latifah's somewhere with her girlfriend, very upset right now.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
Very upset.
Okay?
And then here's the thing, I said this before we got on air. We were having a discussion about this before we got on air. I don't want my son to be able to go on the internet and then find my wife or his mother, whoever, and I'm pretty sure you'd feel the same, any person with a kid, wouldn't want to go online and find their mother having sex or so on and so forth, or nude in a certain way. Okay? So, but she says she's not a role model for children. Okay, whatever. But then you got to understand that when you do certain things like you do and you dress the way you dress, let's not forget, she came on a red carpet. I forget which award show it was, but all it was like gold dangles, and obviously you were showing it off. Fine. Attention whore, attention slut, I'll call you. Yes. You sure as hell love attention, okay? What you do in your bedroom, that's up to you. You have as much fun as you want. Fine. I could care less. The problem that we have with Amber Rose is that you want to connect yourself with the spotlight, with the celebrities, whatever guy has. I listen, if Amber Rose finds a guy who's working at Chick-fil-A, okay, she got the great hookup,
okay,
and she's going legit. Fine, good for her.
She'd be a very lucky woman.
Right.
Yes, she would.
Exactly. But then, and the problem is that we mentioned this before in other shows, now she's gaining notoriety. She's gaining a talk show. People are covering this parade or march, whatever you want to call it, because of who she is.
And who she is because of what?
Please, a former stripper who goes out with celebrities.
So it's not because of her singing ability.
No.
Her acting ability.
No,
her
God, no.
dancing ability.
No.
Her articulates.
No.
No. Please tell me, if anybody can call in and tell me what Amber Rose has a talent, please tell me why she is a celebrity.
But you can't have it both ways in life. You can't live the lifestyle you live off of who you've laid down with.
Right.
And then expect it to be respected as if you're some, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
you're some master of some sort of talent when you're not.
Nobody knew you before Kanye.
Two, also, you're making it seem like, okay, it's okay to be promiscuous and all that, but there's a consequence with that. Forget what people think of you. Just think about the multiple, fathers and the multiple kids and that struggle.
Right.
Think about something that's even less discriminatory, STDs.
Yes.
Right.
Think about the children you gave birth to. What's going to happen to them?
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Going to school. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Yo, it's hard out here in these streets because at the end of the day, Amber Rose is going to age.
Yes.
And no one's going to care how she looks anymore.
Not at all.
Correct.
So then what do you fall back on?
Oh.
You have a good point. I mean, I want to read some of the signs that were up at the, well, she had a shirt that says, and excuse my language, you have kids around, I mean, earmuffs, but whatever. She wore a shirt, Pussy Not War. Don't tell me how to dress. Tell them not to rape. See, now you can't connect. You're connecting two causes. That's not what we're saying.
The one thing I'll give her with this whole thing, she's bringing notoriety to this cause because apparently this march has been around for years and I've never heard about it.
I haven't.
And I do my fair share reading. I haven't heard about it. So I give her the fact that she's bringing notoriety to it. But the fact that she's using this to promote her own slut agenda is ridiculous.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
There was also a poster, strippers have feelings too. Just because I'm a sexual being, doesn't mean I want to have sex with you.
Wow.
I got a couple comments here. What happened to promoting abstinence?
I mean, that's also unrealistic.
It's gone.
That's also unrealistic.
You can promote it, Mike.
I mean, you could try,
you
but
can promote it. I mean, the last person to promote it was Bristol Palin, and how'd that work out? But
she wasn't living the life. That's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. Yo, look, hey, let me read some of these comments real quick. Jesus Christ. All right. Amber Rose took a serious issue and overshadowed it with BS to make hoes feel better.
Right. Were you basically saying it's okay to be a hoe? If I want to be a hoe, that's my business. Really? But then don't get mad when you're labeling yourself and somebody else labels you a hoe. I'm sorry.
Yo, like I said off air, this is the equivalent of me saying as a black man, you think I'm a nigger.
Right.
So let's all get together in D.C. next week and have a nigger march.
Yay!
This is the equivalent of that.
Right.
Did I sound completely ridiculous?
Yes.
Then that's how Amber Rose sounds to me.
Right. She could have draw cause to something legitimate like rape. Rape is a serious issue. We are not denying. You had another Bill Cosby accuser come out, former Miss America come out this week. So we're not denying we're not saying it's not an issue. But then when you want to, I'm surprised you didn't twerk on the walk.
Hold up, I got some more comments. Very hotly contested issue here.
Right. Yes.
These people are giving her the spotlight and supporting her. So they are just as much to blame for supporting her foolishness. Nobody has ever been famous without fans. This is true. I mean, this is all a cultural thing. Again, we've discussed this over and over.
Right.
A lot of people are famous without any actual talent or a reason to be famous in the first place.
Right.
This is the era of being famous for being famous. I mean, it kind of started in the early 2000s with the whole Paris Hilton thing, and it's ballooned into something else now.
And I understand it's a rough thing because you want to say you're not a role model, and I understand that you don't want to be a role model. But one thing I've realized growing up is that whether you want to or don't, you are. Especially when you're on Instagram, you're putting up certain pictures, other girls see that. So when you have a slut walk and you say, all right, well, it's okay to be a hoe, there's some 14-year-old girl sitting there like, well, if Amber Rose says it's cool and it's liberating and it's part of a bigger revolution, then you know what? I want to be a slut at 14 or 15. And I want to be a baby mama by 16 or 17.
Yo, I'm not a big warning guy. Like, I think if I have to warn you 2 or 3 times, yo, I'm over it.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, there are consequences, period.
Absolutely.
So you can slut all you want.
Right.
Got a comment from Haters Inc. You men are pigs.
We know.
We are. We are.
We know.
It is what it is.
We know.
And here's the thing, too. Like, there's nothing wrong with women being sexual. Like, look at one of the hugest shows in recent years was Sex in the City. Now, every woman on that show they were all sexual. It was about they went out with other guys and had sex, and it was an open book on what they were doing in their personal lives sexually. Nobody ever looked at that show like, oh, that's a bunch of sluts in the city. It should be renamed. Nobody even looked at it like that because they were open about it. They were responsible about it. It wasn't like they were having.
Guess what? But again, they weren't doing it for money purposes.
Yeah. Right.
They had their own. I'm not familiar with the show like that, but I know enough to know that they had jobs, they had their own thing.
They were doing
they
were
they were independent
sitting there,
women.
you know.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. They weren't sitting there using it to gain money as a means of living.
They were making their own money. They were independent women who had a dating life. And in dating life, you have sex, especially in New York City.
And another thing, ladies, men, whoever, you have a right to say as a person, you don't want to deal with someone that has a high body count. If I have a female and 8 dudes on my team smashed, then I have a right to say I don't want to be the idiot to walk her to the altar.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my whole groom and bridal party has had some of that. I have a right to say that.
Yeah,
and vice versa. If you as a woman deal with a dude and he's run through the whole 227, then you have a right to say, yo, I'm good. Let me take my talents elsewhere. Exactly, yes. Lester and his beard. You have a right to say, I'm good.
Right.
You know, you bring a great point, too, because you know what I'm saying, where the world came to. You know, back in the days when people were that promiscuous, they used to be quarantined into a mental institution for just doing that back in the day. And now it's becoming openly like.
I mean, I have no problem with it. It's fine. Like, if you're if you're independent, you have your own job, you make your own money, you can support yourself, so on and so forth. But when your intention is to go have sex, you're essentially saying being a groupie is fine. So a woman can just basically say, I want a guy who makes whatever figures, who's on a ball team, and I'm fine with that because that's liberating. That's my business.
Yo,
because I want to.
And just like Michael Strahan said earlier,
I don't want to go there.
He's also liberating to say, listen, I'm not giving you half. I don't want to deal with your type. That's what it is. Again, especially when you get in a relationship with someone, you're giving up the most of you.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Because when you give your heart or connect with someone like that, you're capable of giving anything to them.
Right.
Whether it be your bank account, whatever it is. So you have a right to be choosy with that. The same way as a job, as a HR person, I have a right to say who's qualified for the position. It's the same thing.
Right. I think the only argument on the other side that some women would say is if you don't like groupies or you don't want to deal with groupies, then don't sleep with them.
Right.
But here's the thing. I mean, you got guys who they're young, whether they're in the NBA, NFL, play baseball, whatever. You guys are 20, 21 years old. It's getting thrown at them. All right. It's going to happen. I'm sorry. Okay. It's going to happen. The guy's in it for the pleasure. The girl's in it for a business. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like she's hoping to get pregnant so she automatically gets half or gets supported in the long run. You're making it a business. That's the problem we have. And for you to sit there and say, "Oh well, it's also connected with rape because we want to address this." No, it's not. It's not. Groupies and rape is two different things. Look, rape is a legitimate thing, but then there are women out there who will sleep with a baller and then say they got raped afterwards, just for a check.
And those are facts.
Just for a check. So a guy who thought it was all cool and listen, she was hot. We went to the hotel room. We got it going. She was down. She left the whole hotel room in the morning, called a lawyer, said, "I just got raped. I need a rape kit to be checked out," and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden, this guy has to pay legal bills and now has to defend himself, especially if it's a high profile player.
Even groupies, the lowest form of white life, whatever, as far as women go, no one deserves to get raped.
Right.
But again, the point we're making here is what Amber Rose does and rape victims are not the same. It's not a correlation, and she's trying to add sympathy and support for her cause by linking it to that. That's like if I'm a criminal and some innocent black kid gets killed across the street and I'm like, see, all Black Lives Matter. I'm a criminal. We both got shot by the cop. He was innocent. We both got shot. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but you had a gun in your hand.
Yes.
Pointing at a cop.
And little Trayvon walking to get, walking home are not the same, my friend.
It's not the same.
So let's cut the crap here.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable to me. And there's people actually behind this movement. Like
yes, they are.
It's a real thing. Now, maybe the origins of it was legitimate where the officer who made that comment and saying, "Oh, well, if you're dressed like that, maybe you won't get advantages like that or you won't get raped."
He was
absolutely wrong for that. Absolutely wrong for that.
I got another comment here. Our society is almost forbidden for holding anyone responsible for their actions. Gee, who does that sound like? Anyway, that's the road we're going down. We have to agree with everyone's lifestyle, no matter how ridiculous. Censorship is running rampant.
I mean, I like. Can we acknowledge there is a double standard?
Yes, yeah, of course.
There is a double standard. And I don't necessarily agree with it. Like I said, with the whole Sex and the City thing, they were independent women doing their thing and having a dating life. Right. And guess what? Sex is involved with dating. It just happens. Like it is. Attraction does happen. But then you're linking one issue to another and saying, "Oh, well, if I want to sleep with another guy or as many guys as I want, doesn't mean you can rape me." Whoa, wait, what? Wait.
Yeah.
You just said you want to sleep with all the guys you want. Fine, go ahead.
Yes.
Where did rape come along? I don't understand how that correlates. I really don't. Doesn't make any sense.
Things we do to make money, boy, I tell you.
And then with the sad thing is we're rewarding that with coverage of a slut walk.
Yeah.
Putting her on the radio show.
Endorsements. She got a website. She got everything.
There's a slogan, "Hoes stay winning," and she's winning. She's winning, It is what it is, man.
And I don't care. And I don't even care how many people she slept with. Like that doesn't, to me, she was a former stripper. There are strippers out there who are stripping to get by through life and college.
So that they can be your lawyers and doctors.
Right.
Yes.
That's perfectly fine. You do what you got to do to make this money. It's tough out there. But, understand that if you're a stripper and you're just wanting to do it because you want to strip, all right, then, I'm going to look at you a certain way. I'm sorry.
I do reserve the right to say I'm not bringing you home to mom.
Right.
Okay, cool.
if you get off at getting dollars thrown
you're
at you.
shaming me.
Right. If you're getting
Beat it.
Exactly.
if you're getting off by getting dollars thrown at you for displaying your body.
Yes, you're not going to be my respectable Nubian queen here.
Right. It just is what it is.
Okay, good. We're just making sure Danielle doesn't go into labor here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What's the matter?
She's laying down, but she's laying down in our camera vision here, so we're.
Oh, that's all right. That's
voice is
okay.
making sure she lays down on the other
She's
side.
okay.
Oh, she's
Okay,
all right.
please.
The pregnancy is definitely getting to her.
You
I
just
guess, yes.
now you're pregnancy shaming over here. What are you doing?
Thank you. Okay.
You're baby shaming. Come on now. So, in closing, this 2015 Slutwalk is complete BS. And if anybody disagrees, please feel free to leave a comment on our page. Follow us on Facebook.com/Sunday Morning Breakfast.
Pretty sure we're gonna have a lot.
Also,
I'm
Queen
fine with that.
Latifah's Unity video. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how we went from U.N.I.T.Y to if I want to be a hoe, that's my decision.
Yeah.
And that's not up to you to determine.
We didn't sit through 6 years of living single for this.
Rape. And especially if your slogan is I do with my pussy, I do whatever I want with my pussy, or whatever it was, then you lose all credence.
Don't be Future in the lyrics. Say it.
What I don't even. What was it?
What she said? She said, "My pussy, my choice." That's what she said.
You couldn't just say "my vagina, my choice." You had to make it.
You want the scientific version?
Not even that, but if you're gonna be a little bit classy, or
if they were classy, they wouldn't be in something called Slutwalk.
Yeah. I tell you right now, if there's a song that comes out of this, I don't know how I'll react, bro. You know that's coming next.
Future will be on
either that or they're gonna, they're gonna remix it on YouTube first before they. Oh, man,
listen, good luck, Michael Strahan. We wish you the best in your search for love. Unless they'll do.
Unless it comes with a reality show like
I noticed
Flavor
he
of
wasn't
Love.
at the Slutwalk looking for love.
You know what I mean? And this correlates with women from like love and hip hop, and like these are girls who, you know, they slept with a rapper one time, and all of a sudden they're a celebrity now.
They're hip hop wives,
right? But guess what? There's a shelf life to it. Anybody cares what Erica Mena's doing now? No.
I actually forgot.
Amber Rose, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I heard Bow Wow threw her to the curb there.
Right, yeah.
Bow Wow's been thrown to the curb. So how you get thrown?
So
let's
let's use that for an example. So
she got thrown off the curb's curb.
She was with Bow Wow, right?
Yes.
She was then with Rich Dollars, right? Who was known, okay? Yeah. Then she was with somebody with Terror Squad.
Corny, yes.
Right. Somebody. She had a baby with somebody from Terror Squad.
That was first and foremost.
Right.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden she wanted to switch it up and say, "Oh, I'm now a lesbian. I'm now with Sin."
If you look closely, you can see him in the lean back video.
Oh, okay.
But you have to pause the video.
You have to slow it down.
He's like the 8th member of the terror, the very non-important member of the Terror Squad.
But then she decided, I'm a lesbian now, so I'm going to be with a woman now for a couple months until our flame runs out, and then I'll be with Bow Wow, who has rapper money.
At least in her case, she attempts to sing. Is it good? No, but she attempts.
And nobody remembers you now.
Yeah. Such is life.
It's unbelievable. And then, but we also got to call men out.